Hello, everybody. Excuse me. It's Monday, July 13th, quarter after 7 in the morning, Tokyo time. Market's getting ready to open. Things are going to start moving here for the week. I just wanted to go over something I posted on the website on Friday. I wanted to try and explain and give you a better understanding of how to read and use these posts when I put them up. That's if you want to, or at least follow them until you get a little more confidence with them and confidence with me and the information I'm putting out. I'm going to try and be more uniform as in the way that I make these postings. Between having to post it, pull up the blog, get into the blog control panel, type this out, copy, cut, and paste any charts that I have to do, type what I'm going to type, analyze, where I think the breaks are going to be, and any take profit levels. I'm gonna, it takes a while, and that's why I'd like to. If you like the information, I'd really like to get a live trade room going, where you can hear me do all this live. I can go over all the charts going into the London session, because that's the session that I like to trade the most. I go over charts, go over support resistance level for the majors. You can ask me questions, especially beginners. It's a good time where you can type in questions for me, and I can go over some things. Excuse me, one moment. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back now. Yeah, so I just think it'd be, and then that way you're getting the information instantaneously. I'm still debating whether or not to tell you when I'm entering and exiting, just because I want this to be more of a learning tool for you to learn this method. It's pretty simple. The methods I use, using support resistance, watching for consolidation squeezes, range breaks. For the most part, I use pretty naked type chart setup. All I keep on there are my support resistance lines. I like to leave my support resistance lines on there, because when price reapproaches those levels that I already have on the chart, they tend to hold up pretty well. Right now, this chart is a little messy because I have a fib on here. I put the fib in because I just wanted to look for. I use the fib to sometimes look for a target. I drew this retracement line here and was watching for retracement, probably to come to the 50 after it made a break here. So anyway, so I posted this. I'm watching for a break below 162.50. I think it could be good for a 50 to 80 pip short move. By short, I mean under 100 pips. Just be aware of the news coming out of New York in a few hours. And I always like to remind everyone that if you have an open trade, be very cautious of news, especially coming out of New York, because there's always so much coming out of New York in the morning, and everyone's always watching the Dow to see how the U.S. stocks are doing. And all depending on that, and commodity prices, it all affects risk aversion, risk appetite, and throws a lot of things into the mix to keep track of. And New York, for me, can just become complicated and tricky sometimes, and too volatile or too quiet sometimes. The only time I like to trade New York, or if I do trade New York, it's going to be after 9:30 in the morning, after most of the news has come out. 9:30 to 10 in the morning New York time till about noon. And that's when some good movement can also happen too. But honestly, I follow the Tokyo a little bit, but I favor the London European market openings. Just because I like the price action. The price action tends to be a lot more clean, but you still have to be aware of news coming out, and that's why here on the website I have, from Forex Factory. If you don't use Forex Factory, I've got Forex Factory's news calendar at the bottom of the page. Also, your broker should have a news calendar for the day. You can click on that, and you should always be aware of news that's getting ready to come out before you enter any trades at all, because you can enter that trade and the news comes out and throws it all off. So always be aware of news that's coming out when you're getting into a trade and while you're in a trade. So anyway, let's see, went over that. So let's go back over this move a little bit. Let me move my window over to the chart now. Here's the pound dollar after the move had happened. I got in here after it broke the 50, and then once it broke the daily pivot and it looked like it was staying down there, it was a nice clean move down. And once it made the break below here, I'm trying to remember, I don't think it popped back up above there. So once it popped below here, it kind of bounced in between here and the pivot area, and then once it broke the pivot, I immediately got in at 62.46. And then it found hesitation here at the 38, which is also right in line with this older support resistance level of 62.25, right there. But it only made a slight hesitation and continued back down. Now I made this target here. I only use fibs usually to find a target, and it retraced from up here. This is the fib where I drew the fib, was this retracement here, or this move here, and then looking for retracement back down. So this move had already been eaten up, but I was watching for a break of here because I knew once it broke here it was going to make some kind of move, even just down to here. But I was banking on the 50 fib or the this older support resistance of 61.68, 61.70 area down here. So that's why I said to target 50 to 80 pips, because 50 is usually my first take profit level that I like to watch. And then the next level after that would have been the fib, this fib here, and then 80 pips would have been a move down to the support resistance level here. But once it hit here, found resistance right exactly at this 50, kept bouncing up and down, up and down, up and down, and I just didn't think it was going to make a break, and I didn't want to give these pips back, so I went ahead and cleared it at 85, which is just right above the line, the fib line here, just a few pips above the fib line. And I went ahead and cleared with my, after the spread and whatnot, I ended up clearing about 58 pips, which was a nice way to close the week, and I could go to bed with a smile on my face. So that's what I did. And let me go ahead and take this fib out of the way, just to clear the chart up a little bit. Like I said, I like to keep these older support resistance lines on here because they tend to hold up, and it sure did right here. This is where the new range had settled into after it made the break below the 50. It found support, found resistance of 62.25 and the support down here at around the 70 level. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get this posted. I hope that that made you see and understand how to use the posts a little better on the website. And like I said, take profit at will. Don't wait, because I can't get that posted fast enough when to take profit. I try and give you a target, but once you're in profit, take profit whenever you want. Profit is profit. So anyway, guys, you take care. I'll get this posted. We'll talk to you soon.